Hello everyone, welcome to a new video for Bitcoin price prediction based on Elliott wave analysis, and starting of course for the daily chart, bullish and bearish scenario where you have finished a bull run here. 1 2 3 4 5 finished wave 1 and you're looking for a wave 2 in 3 corrective waves. This is a major wave 3 that you are looking at, and the formation of a 1 2 3 4 5 might unfold of course a wave 3 over 3, which is the most explosive waves that you might have for this impulse toward the upside. And because of this, the wave 2 might be very shallow, not reaching the 0.38. This only happens in Bitcoin on the logarithmic chart, where you don't of course have to reach the 0.38. Don't forget that you have a very strong hold technical support here, which it of course will help the wave 3 to unfold toward the upside without even reaching the 0.38. Potentially of course, if we reach it, that would be perfect anyway. Of course, you still of course over this hold, stronghold here, support, and then you might move toward the upside. Now another scenario that it might be bullish, of course, that you are not looking still for this corrective wave as a correction or a bear market, which is of course the following scenario. You still of course in this bull run 1 2 3 4 and a 5, your wave 5 still unfolding, and it is unfolding in the following scenario. You have triple 1 2s, and you have a 3 4 5 4 and a 5. You have a W X Y X and a Z to finish of course a wave 4 here. Very complex structure for a wave 4, which it took of course a lot of time, more than 5 times, and almost we are very close for the 6th time of a wave 2 here. So this is your wave 2 in case you are in 1 2 3 4 and a 5 as an impulse. Well, yeah, we did not invalidate it yet, right? So that means of course we can still give some potential or chance for this bullish scenario that it might still unfold, but of course the chances are low, since of course we have passed or surpassed even the 5 times for a wave 2 in time here, which is not a rule but it is a guideline. But of course it decreases so much the possibility from this to happen. However, don't forget, yesterday we start to get an impulse toward the upside. If that is the case scenario, of course you would like to take simply the high with a bigger impulse 1 2 3 4 and a 5. Now let's move of course to the main scenarios that we might have of course for this bear market. But before we move of course very in detail, explain exactly what we are looking for right now and what is the main idea of this correction. Now this correction is very complex, and of course we have several possibilities that it might unfold. Now the question is, we have a major wave A. This wave A here, did we finish it there, or are we still looking to finish a wave A? And that means of course you can consider that your wave A can be finished exactly here as W X Y X and a Z, right? And you're looking already for a major wave B right now, or it can be at least even finished after 3 waves down here as A B C. You finished a major wave A. You're looking for kind of a different wave B, of course, in an expanding flat or a WXY, yeah, or you still be in a big, of course, major wave A. And that means your wave A is not finished yet. Potentially, you're looking at A, B, and a C. Now, yesterday we saw in the live stream that this wave C was invalidated as an impulse toward the downside, and that because, of course, the price action that it invalidated the impulse, right? However, it doesn't mean that it cannot still unfold as a wave C in an ending diagonal. We're gonna see this very close, of course, on the 2-hour charts, guys, and to see each step by step what are the possibilities that it might unfold. Now, after understanding what we are looking for and if we have finished a major wave A or not, here you have a 3 waves toward the downside for a wave A. Potentially, you're looking for a wave B there, and you're looking for an A, and then a B here as the 3 waves down. You're looking for an impulse 1 2 3 4 and a 5. So basically this scenario is to finish a wave B in a wave C, right? An impulse toward the upside. Your 3 waves A here, you have 3 waves down for the wave B. You're looking simply of course for an impulse 1 2 3 4 5. You're still seeking for one more leg to finish a wave 1 here, and then wave 2 3 4 and a 5. The second scenario is almost the same idea. Rather than finishing in an impulse, you're finishing in ABC zigzag toward the upside, meaning a bigger W, X, and a Y for a wave B. And that means, of course, after 3 waves down for a wave A, you're looking here for a 3 waves for W, 3 waves for an X, and you're looking for 3 waves for a Y. You would like to reach, of course, the 0.5, 0.6818 for a wave B, of course, the same as for the previous scenario, which it might unfold, of course, a little bit from higher perspective for the wave A here. It can be as well in this scenario. This scenario has been taken, of course, from lower perspective, where you took, of course, the A here, and you take the whole X, yeah, with the whole move toward the downside. So these are the possibilities. I like to keep even different targets here for each possibilities, which are very close, of course, in confluence. We can see it, of course, very nicely here. So in the W, X, Y, X, and a Z, where you have finished a wave A here, of course, you are looking for something else. This scenario can be anything, can be a zigzag, can be a flat, can be a triangle, or a W, X, and a Y, much more complex structure. And that means once you finish W, X, Y, X, Z, you have finished a W or an A here, you are looking for a B. A wave B, start of the wave B can be anything. It can be a big zigzag towards the upside, even taking the all-time high. And of course, is this still corrective? It's still, of course, an expanding flat corrective bear market. Or it can be, of course, a flat here, and it can be a triangle, or it can be a zigzag with an X and another zigzag toward the upside, W, X, and a Y. So many scenarios can unfold here for this wave B. Look at the time that you can range for it here. You still can range for a very long time to reach at least the minimum time for a wave B, 0.618. And that means, of course, it's a very long wave B that we might have in time here. The final scenario is unfinished wave A toward the downside. We are looking, of course, for a big wave A here, B and a C, of course, to be finished. So you did not finish your major wave A. You are still looking for this as impulse toward the downside, or I would say diagonal. The impulse was invalidated after an A. You're looking for a wave B. You are looking right now for a zigzag for a wave 1, and you're looking for 2, 3, 4, and a 5 towards the downside. However, currently, I cannot give the highest possibility for this scenario because, of course, you need to invalidate this impulse where you have a 1, 2, 3, 4, and a 5. I'm going to move inside it to let you know what do I mean. So in this case scenario, I would say if you have this 1, 2, 3, 4, and a 5 toward the upside, you are looking here for this 1, 2, 3, 4, and a 5, right? So we have an impulse 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, potentially finished a wave 3, then 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So you would like to see, of course, this impulse getting invalidated, hitting, of course, the zone 1, the yellow scenario, moving toward the downside, and invalidation of this impulse. To say that we are moving, of course, in the ending diagonal scenario, of course, that it might move toward the downside. Plus, it is a very high potential that you might finish an ABC, your wave C not finished as well, still looking for this one more leg toward the upside to finish a wave 2. Now, of course, with the move toward the downside, if you take the low here, very impulsively, therefore you might be looking, of course, for a zigzag here as impulse, correction, impulse for a wave 3. And therefore, of course, I can give it higher potential. Now, all the scenarios still requiring, of course, this one more leg toward the upside as a 1, 2, 3, 4, and a 5. For example, for this impulse, you have for the W, X, Y, A, B, and a C. And of course, you have the W, X, Y, X, Z. You would like to finish an impulse and something continuation for any kind of flats here or triangle or W, X, and a Y. The final one, of course, I cannot give it high potential, which is bearish still. Currently, we're looking for higher until, of course, we get a much more signals in this area when we finish this impulse. And of course, if we move 3 wave corrective, of course, the potential still going much higher for, of course, the bigger scenarios for this one, an impulse or a W, X, and a Y. Of course, meaning moving for higher right now. That was it for Bitcoin. Thank you for watching. Thank you for your likes and comments, and see you in the next one. Bye bye.